Welcome to the show today, guys. We are in Washington, D.C. for the 2024 March for Life. We're mobilizing lots of people with the White Rose Resistance with our banners and the message of Christian resistance. But whenever we're in D.C., we want to sit down with heroes, warriors for life. And as you guys know, our exclusive sponsor of Unaborted right now is EveryLife Diaper Company, EveryLife, as you know, is the only pro-life diaper company in America. And it's bonkers. It's like, this is like the rotten fruit of liberalism. Like you actually can't make this stuff up. It feels like you're like with like the Cheshire Cat and Alice in Wonderland. You're like, this can't be real. How is it that like every 7 of the major diaper companies in the baby industry either rhetorically support or financially support the abortion industry? It's like, wait, that's your clientele base. Why would you want to kill them? That's the woke mind virus. That's called the religion of humanism. Don't try to understand it. It doesn't make sense. It's actually demonic. And that's why we're such big friends and fans of EveryLife Diapers. So we wanted to have onto the show today in Washington, D.C., the CEO, how about that, of EveryLife, Sarah Gabel Seifert. Sarah Gabel Seifert, the wife of my good friend Michael Seifert, mega power couple in the conservative movement. Michael Seifert, founder of Public Square, taking back life and liberty through the free market. People sick and tired of spending their dollars with woke, pro-abortion, anti-family Marxist companies and institutions and corporations. I can't think of like a better person, a better couple to have the mantle of restoring a culture of life in these kooky, crazy, post-Roe v. Wade, everyone's a domestic terrorist days. So welcome to the show today, Sarah Gabel Seifert. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So look at the beanie here.
That's right.
Make more babies. So today is January something. What is it today?
Is it the 18th?
Yeah.
That
18th.
sounds right.
And
yep.
EveryLife did this really cool viral video story, but then you did this whole Times Square thing, and like now Elon Musk likes you.
That's right.
Anyways, you guys are like making waves, and I actually want to ask you why you think that is. But firstly, tell us what EveryLife is, beyond if I missed anything, and what you guys are doing in the fight for the culture and the fight for the family.
Yep. So EveryLife, we're really proud to be available for parents because, as you mentioned in the intro, it is pretty insane to say that every major diaper company on the market today supports abortion vocally, financially. A lot of them, even on their social media accounts, are pro-LGBTQ plus community, progressive, gay. I mean, it's hard to see, lamenting over the fact that Roe v. Wade's overturned, celebrating the fact that they're going to pay for their employees to go travel to get abortions.
That's right. One of them even did that, right?
That's right. And
Dang.
I, as a brand new mom, about 14 months ago, my daughter's now 14 months, I started to dig into the baby industry because I was so excited for my little one to arrive, and I wanted to get all prepared and have all the right supplies. And with that, my husband and I, as you know, are very passionate about supporting businesses that share our values. And every single one, I could not find a pro-life or pro-family just even a wholesome diaper company that you go on their page and you're like, yes, they love babies, they love children, they love life, they love the nuclear family. I couldn't find it. And so we felt an obligation, a duty, really a responsibility to create the solution for parents. And honestly, I feel like a lot of times it's our frustrations that lead us to actually doing the very thing that we're called to do. And we were angry. I mean, I got fired up about it, and that led to us saying we're going to create EveryLife. And so that's what we did. Public Square was a great tool as well because we use that as a place to see where our consumers were searching, what they were shopping for over and over and over again. Diapers, 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 wipes. No solution. No pro-life diaper company. So here we are. We launched in July, Seth, and we are the fastest growing diaper company that America has ever seen up until this point. Truly, we are blowing up. We are making waves. And we did recently just make a big wave in Times Square last night. I was there last night. And we wanted to go all out with a campaign called Make More Babies. And the reason for that is because Elon Musk, who many know, did this incredible tweet last year that said having children is saving the world. And we
Right.
stand with that. We believe that. We believe we actually need to see more children, not less. And we're in a time right now where there's
Yeah.
such a narrative that we shouldn't have more children
Right,
and
right.
that children are actually a threat to society. And it's
Well,
going to
this-
rob you of
it's
joy.
The sun god, Sir Gabel.
It's-
he's very angry.
He's so
having too
angry.
many kids,
We
you
must
know?
bow down to
Yeah.
the sun god.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. But it was interesting because, Seth, when I was in New York last night, we did some man on the street interviews. I was,
Woman on the street.
woman on the
How
street.
were you identifying? On
I
the,
was a woman.
I mean, it's New York City.
I,
you know,
I
you can,
know. My pronouns are she. Yes, I was a woman. And it was interesting. We had Ashley St. Clair with us, and she was interviewing a lot of people as well. And I knew that people were being impacted by this crazy, radical climate change agenda, as well as the overpopulation fear mongering that, scientists and the medical system and the left are saying. But seeing it firsthand in New York when we were saying, hey, look at this billboard, right? We have this billboard up. It's massive. It's
and
huge.
So it was the Elon Musk
It was
tweet,
the Elon
right?
Musk tweet, having children is saving the world. And then right underneath said, make more babies, make more babies, make more babies, make more babies. And we wanted to get a response from the people on the street. And the amount, we had positive, of course. Some people were like, yes, this is amazing.
Yeah,
Believe
yeah.
children are a gift, a blessing. Let's go. But many women in their childbearing years over and over saying, I just feel like it's a threat to our climate.
We'd like to thank our sponsor of the show, EveryLife Diaper Company, EveryLife Diaper. I'm going to keep saying this because we need to defund a culture of death. We need to fund a culture of life, and we need your help to do this. If you're having kids, if you have grandkids, okay? If you want to gift diapers to a friend or a family member who's having kids, if you're at a pregnancy center and you buy diapers to provide to moms that you're loving on, don't buy them from one of the 8 pro-abortion diaper companies. It's ridiculous. The baby industry, for goodness sakes, that profits more when more babies are allowed to be born. The baby industry, by and large, rhetorically supports or financially supports the abortion industry. They're helping fund the slaughter of their clientele base. How do you make sense of that? The woke mind virus, humanism, Darwinism, progressivism. It does weird things to the brain. We, as pro-life individuals and Christians, need to fight back with our wallets. Go to everylife.com. EveryLife.com. Use promo code Seth10, Seth10, Seth10 to get 10% off your first order. Buy diapers from a pro-life diaper company, because guess who is the majority of the customers of the baby industry? It's pro-life conservative Christians who are having babies way more than crazy leftists. So what if we all put our money to pro-life baby industry to defund the culture of death that's funding and profiting off of the slaughter of children? EveryLife.com, promo code Seth10, Seth10. Let them know that we sent you and get 10% off your first order.
On the street,
Wow.
saying, truly, they release too much carbon emission, and we need to be very cautious of that. And I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied as a single woman, and I have better opportunities that I can pursue. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh man, you have missed it, because the best thing in the whole world is being a parent. And you know that firsthand too.
Yep.
So I am so grateful we have this campaign, because last night drove home the fact that we need this message being sent out to the world. And I hope and pray it changes hearts and minds. But we actually really do need more babies. We're seeing birth rates lower than we've ever seen them.
Yeah.
Fertility rates lower than we've ever seen.
Right.
And so
We're actually under replacement rate. And we have been for like a long time.
right.
In America. Who cares about Mother Gaia or
Mother Gaia.
whatever demon the liberal establishment is currently worshiping? And it's not the crazy thing about what you're doing is like telling people to stop having children so that Mother Earth will be happy and the sun will keep shining. Not a new idea. Actually, really old idea.
Very true.
Babies have been sacrificed for centuries to Huitzilopochtli, the Aztec sun god, who was believed was fighting a constant war against darkness. And if he ever lost that war, the world would be plunged into a cold, cold darkness and everyone would die. So you had to give him human sacrifices so he could fight his war against darkness. That just sounds like every Democrat I know today.
It's true. It's true. But how sad is that?
Yeah.
That's the reality.
Yep.
And then even going back to biblical days, right? The mandate on man and woman was to become one and to be fruitful
It's the first commandment in the Bible.
Yeah, be
It's
fruitful
to
and
be fruitful, multiply.
so it makes sense that the enemy is out just trying to steal that message left and right
Yeah.
and tell women that the very thing that God created you to
Yeah.
do, which is to carry life, to
Yeah.
steward life, which is an honor, an unbelievable gift,
Yep.
that you shouldn't experience that. And you're more satisfied bettering yourself.
Yep.
The amount of people that have bought into this self-help, let me do everything for me.
Yep. And what's crazy too, Sarah Gabel, and you know this is like you meet those women at 38 and 40 and they're miserable.
Miserable.
Right? They're making 200 grand plus a year. A lot more if they're in sales. They're very successful. They're on Tinder or whatever, sleeping with multiple men.
And alone.
Not happy, alone. And by the time they realize and wake up and go, well, my clock's kind of ticking here. Maybe I should have a kid.
Yep.
It's often very difficult, and some of them
is.
actually can end up getting pregnant. And so, hey, just sacrifice the children, sacrifice the family,
Yeah.
and I'll give you the world. A few more ticks up in the GDP. Go to the widget factory, serve the man. And you'll be happy, and they're not,
Right.
and they're miserable. And so what the point you said is actually exactly right, which is that which God ordains becomes always the focal point of the enemy's attacks.
Yep.
So Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood, a real piece of crap, she once said, birth control appeals to the advanced radical because it is calculated to undermine the authority of the Christian church. Kind of a crazy quote, and some people have a hard time knowing even how do you make sense of that.
Wow.
She coined the term birth control. That's where the phrase comes
Yep.
from. It comes from that phrase birth control did not exist until Margaret Sanger coined it.
I don't think many people know that Margaret Sanger was the starter of birth control either.
Yeah, she's the mother of the birth
Right.
control movement, and
Right.
and it was one and the same with the eugenics movement.
Exactly.
She actually said, birth control is not contraception thoughtlessly and indiscriminately practiced. It means the cultivation and release of the better racial elements in our society. So that's how she saw birth control as the tool. But the point is she's saying it appealed to me as an advanced radical, she said, because it's calculated to undermine the authority of the Christian church. And so what is
Wow.
what is the authority of the church? What is our commandment? What is our commission? Be fruitful and
That's
multiply,
right.
exercise dominion, fill the earth and subdue it, have children. And so of course the primary point at the tip of the spear
Yep.
of the secular moral revolution is don't do that. Did God really say? To quote the serpent. So that's
Exactly.
always been. So what you guys are doing, rebuilding
Yep.
a culture of life, is just awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Really
And
proud
the
of you.
fact that Elon got excited about it too and posted and said he endorses our message was
Yeah, it's not
pretty
bad having the world's richest man get behind your.
I was pretty excited. But it was really interesting to just think about how the enemy has completely robbed women of this beautiful gift that God has given us to do.
That's right.
To have children. And so I'm really grateful and blessed that I am a part of a company that is not just creating a premium, incredible product. It really is. I use it on my daughter every single night, and I'm constantly in awe of how well it works. It competes and is better than all of the major diaper companies out there. So that's wonderful. I'm glad we can say we have that quality. But to me, the reason I get up every day and the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing is because I see that there is a battle, and we need to be a company that is on the forefront of spreading the truth,
Right.
because lies really do lead to death. They really do. And that was a really big part of the campaign as well. We launched in Times Square, but we came out with this really incredible video that kind of went alongside it that's now going viral, where we talk about what life would look like if we didn't have children, right? Empty playgrounds, empty school buses, empty schoolrooms, and it's dark, it's chaotic, it's sad, it's lifeless.
And
that
that's actually
leads
their dream. I mean,
right.
it's like we're not conspiracy theorists. We're not trying to take pot shots against the left just to piss off conservatives so they buy EveryLife diapers. Like, we're not embellishing. We're not speaking hyperbolically.
Right.
There is a major strain in the liberal establishment, in liberalism in general, because what is liberalism? It's about liberation. They're always trying to liberate themselves beyond the constraints of human nature to reinvent themselves. And there is a strong strain in liberalism that actually hates human beings. It's called the view is called antinatalism, actually, and it's actually that human beings are bad, fundamentally for the planet.
Right.
It's just literally just demon worship, right? Like this earth is so precious. The soil, the trees, the frogs, those sea turtles and those eagle eggs.
Yeah, let's protect the sea turtle eggs.
You know, I don't know if you know this. You probably do because you're pretty woke.
I'm pretty woke.
Woke, you know. I'm reclaiming woke. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, got it.
Yeah, you're red pilled. You're woke. You're awake.
Got it.
In 1973, Roe versus Wade.
Yes.
Right. So, abortion through point of birth through all 9 months of pregnancy for any reason or no reason at all, funded by the public dole. The same year, we made it a federal crime to disturb sea turtle eggs.
Unbelievable. I didn't realize it was the same year.
And in the same month. So in the same month that we make open season on the unborn child, we make it a federal crime.
Wow.
To mess with sea turtle eggs. So G.K. Chesterton once said, wherever there is animal worship, there will be human sacrifice.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that should really fire us all up to our core.
51 years ago.
Yeah.
That's how distorted it was back then.
Wow.
That we were giving more value and protections to animals than to human beings.
So this is kind of random, but as you're talking, I was thinking about on Christmas Eve, Michael and I did something kind of new in our tradition, and we went back and we watched commercials from like the 80s of like Christmas Eve. Christmas-oriented commercials. It's interesting you're saying this because we know evil has existed from the beginning of time, right? There's always been an agenda to destroy the family unit. But at the same time, like even in the 80s, right? You go back and you look at some of the commercials that were being put out. It was so family oriented.
Yeah.
It was all about the family unit. It was like moms and dads and the nuclear family coming together and eating around the table. And I started truly crying because I was like, I miss this America. So it's interesting because you have, you know the evils existed, but at the same time, there was still a level in which not too long ago, we still at least valued putting families up on. Now you can't even see a nuclear family on a commercial because that's just not, it's not liked and it's not celebrated. So it is an interesting time that we're in. But at the same time, I'm thankful because I do see a turning of tide and people are realizing that boycotts are good and I'm thankful for them.
And they weren't really effective until I think post-COVID.
Yeah.
The left has been successful with some boycotts before, but the conservatives never could rally enough outrage to make a fiscal difference.
Yeah.
But now, like post-scamdemic and COVID mania,
there's been some dents.
People are just so mistrustful of the power centers of the corporations and of the Democrat Party and of the Rhino Republicans and just the culture that like they're actually, and that's what you found at Public Square. I mean, that's the reason Public Square was successful is there was enough outrage for people to start changing their spending habits. So have you had any like reactions or responses from the baby industry market?
We haven't actually. I don't know how you can defend yourself. I mean, they're very outwardly vocal about what they're doing and what they stand for. And so we haven't had any major diaper company reach out. Actually, I mean, the fact that we're so successful in such a short amount of time, I think people are seeing that there's a lot of hope for where we're going and people want to jump on that. So,
I mean, everyone needs to hear about EveryLife because for the same reason they need to hear about every conservative aligned business that offers the same product by owners who align with your values, because that's like actually how we win.
Exactly.
And if we can build an alternative economy now before it's too late, it's actually going to be one of our most powerful tools to not be thrown into Bernie Sanders' re-education camp gulags.
That's right.
And I know that sounds intense, but like
it's real.
They're pushing this stuff. Like, did you see the viral clip 2 or 3 days ago? You see all the World Economic Forum stuff going on right now? And it's so grateful that Elon Musk bought Twitter, Sarah Gabel, because those clips would not be allowed to take off.
It's so true.
A few years ago. So we're seeing this one, and I reshared it on my Twitter, and it's like this guy saying, you know, it's coming soon and we're working on it, but basically you're going to be able to track your carbon footprint. And so you're going to know what you're eating, where you're traveling.
Sounds horrible.
Like, everything about you.
Yeah.
Oh, right. And I'm going to have that data secure, right? Like you're not going to be able to access, like this is like what's coming. And
Right.
like if you've read the Bible and you're a Christian, you're like, oh, that sounds like the mark. That sounds like to buy and sell and whether I'm allowed to participate. But like, regardless of how this thing all kind of breaks down in the end eschatologically, like this is one of the most powerful ways to fight back.
Yep.
Because if we can build a big enough alternative economy, we can insulate ourselves from having our grandchildren raised in gulags. And so like from a higher like cultural perspective, I want people to understand that like what EveryLife is doing, what Public Square is doing, it's serving a way bigger need.
Yep.
And it's actually building a really important army of consumers that could quite literally save your grandchildren. Now, not eternally. I'm not talking spiritual, salvific. I'm just talking
for
about
the sake
like
of our
freedom and liberty.
And for our nation to continue.
That's right.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, your husband's always said, and he's exactly right, by the way, the average lifespan of a civilization is about 250 years.
We're there.
She's like, we're right around the corner.
Yeah, we're in a pivotal
we're like 2
time.
years away, 2.5 years away.
That's right. So it's either going to go one direction or the other. And we have a serious choice we need to make. And a lot of that starts with how you spend your money. It makes a difference. There's power in what you spend.
Yeah.
You know what the best part is about, at least for me personally, is every time I go on Public Square, and I did all of my Christmas shopping on the app, but it was so fun because I knew that I was supporting a business that aligned with my core convictions, and you just feel better. And even I, just moved to Florida, and I'm weird about who I let in my home, especially just you get threats. There's some crazy people out in the world.
Yeah.
And to find even a handyman on the app.
Yeah, that's cool.
I felt good because I'm like, I can trust you.
Yep.
So there's a level in which consumers can now even find that loyalty and trust factor that you can't find on Amazon. You can't find in a massive store. It's so special. And these small businesses are what made our country so special in the first place. So why would we not want
and with
to?
the monopolization of big corporatism and woke corporatism,
right. They're not going to survive.
A lot of those family-owned businesses are going, the way of the dodo bird. Anyways,
exactly.
So it's really important because it's community building too, and community building is culture building.
It is. And these small businesses are so thankful. I like getting the handwritten letter.
Yeah, that's like so
this
cool.
purchase means so much to me.
Yeah.
You can tell they're working so hard.
Yeah.
And each purchase means everything to them.
That's right.
So it is how we win.
Yep.
It's how we win. I'm hopeful. There's a lot of darkness, but I do feel like the truth is breaking through. COVID did a really good thing, honestly, in our country to wake up Christians, churches, to realize.
I say it showed who's who in the zoo.
Yeah, because we can't just sit back and be complacent.
It showed people's true nature.
It did.
It really did.
And
so
it
you
was
kind of knew at that point, like, who was with you.
Exactly. That's when I knew you were with.
Who wasn't.
That's when we were like, okay, we're in this.
Yeah.
I mean, we met in 2020,
I had a man crush on your husband.
For a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Where are you at now? Are you at a okay place?
I'm still
He'll
still
be here
figuring
tomorrow.
out my gender identity.
Oh, okay.
But
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I do emerge into the world as Sally with a uterus, then I'll really need those diapers, Sergey.
We are looking at adult diapers. The amount of people though
Send
that
some
have
to Joe Biden.
That's everybody's like, that would actually be a pretty cool marketing campaign. But I will say it's really interesting. We started with diapers and wipes, and it's working. It's phenomenal. But we do want to build a brand, right? We want to be a baby brand, right?
Brand, bigger than just
So we're looking at new products even in this quarter and this year, and so we know we're just really getting started.
I mean, I bet even like a lot of the companies making like pack and plays and all these other things, I bet a lot of them are super woke and horrible.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's, again, we're using Public Square as a tool to see where are the holes. There's some good ones. You got some stroller companies and some of the essentials that do exist, but it's rare. It's not enough.
Yep.
So yeah, we're building out a brand. We want to be the solution for parents and help them know that they can actually support a business that loves their child.
Yeah, totally. And me and my wife are EveryLife customers.
Thank you.
And so for people listening, we found it was pretty much a wash. In terms of how much we had been spending previously with how much we're spending now, it was pretty much a wash.
Yep.
And if you use promo code Seth10,
There it is.
SETH10, promo code Seth10,
Gotta plug it.
EveryLife.com, EveryLife.com, promo code Seth10, you get 10% off your first order. And I think, are you still doing the, do they get more off if they sign up for recurring?
Yeah,
for a
so if you do
subscription?
the subscription, you get another 10% off and free shipping.
Nice.
That's the way to go.
That is.
The subscription model, you don't have to think about it. It shows up at your door every month.
Yeah, come on, guys. Let's defund the baby killers.
We have to.
Yep.
We have to.
So where do people go?
Go to EveryLife.com. Follow us on EveryLife Co. on Instagram. We have a Twitter.
And check out their
Facebook.
new ad. It's really well done. It's really
Yeah.
powerful.
Go to our Make More Babies landing page. Check out the video. It'll tug your heartstrings.
Oh, I watched it on social media, but
What'd you think? We have a landing page.
MakeMoreBabies.com.
Yeah, head over. Yeah.
Nice.
So EveryLife/Make More Babies. You can head to
Awesome.
the page. But yeah, there's everyone's
It went kinda
talking
viral,
about it.
huh?
Oh, very viral.
Yeah.
Very viral. We're amazed. I mean, when Elon Musk gets a hold of it, it's like
Not bad.
pretty exciting. So yeah, head over, watch the video, and be a part. And what I'll say this too. Of course, again, we have the product, but we give back, right? Like we really care
talk about that.
about pregnancy
Yeah,
resource
so people
centers.
know you're not just a money grubbing,
Right. Yes.
greedy conservative.
I think it's important
So
to
you're not a Mitt Romney.
No, we're not. We are really passionate, obviously, about vocally standing for life and everything that we do. It's in our mission. It's in our values. We're rooted in faith, all of the good stuff. But we also want to make sure that there's action behind those words. And so we have what's called a Buy for a Cause program, and it allows people who maybe don't have a baby in diapers to still participate in our mission.
Yep.
They can purchase a bundle of diapers and know that that will be donated to a pregnancy resource center that's in urgent need of those essentials. And then as a company, we've allotted our own fund to be able to help just backfill and get free diapers out.
And how many diapers did you guys send to Hawaii? When everything
we
was on
sent
fire?
let's see, over 200,000 diapers.
Wow.
I hope I have that number right. It was crazy. Same with wipes.
Yeah,
we went all out. I mean, families were literally losing everything.
Yeah.
Their homes. They had nothing. So we found a really wonderful church out there.
It was crazy how the fire stopped right at Oprah's property. That was interesting.
Interesting, right?
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but that was just
but
interesting.
even just how the fires started too was really, really questionable.
It never touches the rich liberal houses. But
Yeah.
anyways, but you guys sent 200,000 diapers
Yeah.
to Hawaii. See, so these people are
Yeah.
amazing, guys. You
Yeah.
need to go to everylife.com, promo code Seth10, Seth10. Only sponsor of my podcast right now, actually.
What an honor.
Yeah.
Can we lock that in forever?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what that looks like, but that's awesome.
Well, we're grateful for you guys.
We're really grateful for y'all.
Any final words?
I would just say make more babies. It's the year of making babies, and they're a blessing.
Do it
They're
the
a
right
gift.
way, though, guys. Do it the right way. Don't
Be
don't
responsible.
freeze your babies.
Be responsible.
Don't make them in petri dishes and freeze them.
Yeah.
Don't do IVF.
Yeah.
If you're gay,
Get
you
married.
don't get kids.
Get
Sorry.
married
No kids for gay people. Children deserve a mother and a father. EveryLife.com. And if you're a grandparent, great gift for
It is.
the grandkids or the kids, or buy a bunch for a pregnancy center.
That's it.
You know what I mean? If you're a church, if you're on staff at a church or you're a pastor, I've been telling churches
Email
I speak
us.
at about,
We
you
wanna
got to get all
help.
the diapers for your nursery and for the church.
Partnerships at
Don't
everylife.com.
Buy your diapers anywhere else. Don't
Please
support
don't.
a culture of death. You can't rebuild a culture of life by funding a culture of death.
That's it. You couldn't have said it better.
Yep. Yeah, I should come work at EveryLife.
You should. Even the way you introed us, I was like, I don't even really need to explain it after that. That was solid. It was perfect.
Well, thanks, Sarah Gabel. We're proud of you. We're in this together, and this is how we win.
This is
the way.
Amen. Thank you.
EveryLife.com. All right,
right.
go do it, guys. Head on over to iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. Give us a rating and review. Let us know what you think. It really helps us reach more people. We have a rebrand coming up soon with the show and a new studio. A lot of new exciting things happening at the White Rose Resistance. If you want to join the White Rose Resistance as an ally, join at $35 a month. Go to thewhiterose.life, thewhiterose.life. If you sign up as an ally, you get our digital community, pro-life course. There's a pro-life masterclass coming out soon. Curriculum, courses, training, live calls with me. $70 a month, you actually join our Books in the Barracks book club. So we read a book a month and then we talk about it live on Zoom. So you can understand like what the ideas that created this stupid culture, so you can actually speak out against it and be a bold voice. But go to thewhiterose.life. We're starting to build very quickly. We're going to be launching resistance chapters around the country. We have a film coming out this summer and a lot of tools to mobilize you to be the resistance in this culture of death before it's too late. And EveryLife is part of that. We need to fight together shoulder to shoulder. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next week, I'm Seth Gruber, and this is Unaborted.